What to do when you just have a really bad day and you feel like you're just consumed with the problem. Today on Awakening with Amy. Hi, welcome. I'm Amy Valentine, certified life coach, hoping to awaken within you a mindset that you can be, do, and have anything you desire. So today I want to talk about just, when you have a bad day and what to do about that. And I'm also going to kind of weave in a little bit of Neville Goddard's teachings and sort of have a different perspective on circumstances and how they really don't have to affect you. So you have a bad day, and it sucks. I get it. I mean, it just happened to me a couple days ago. I just had a bad moment. Nothing major happened. I just was in one of those moods, right? So anyway, the first thing to do is just to let yourself crash and burn. What do I mean by that? I mean, don't fight the downward spiral. Just observe it. Let it happen. Let those nasty emotions have their say. Why? Because whatever we resist just persists. And if we try to avoid or try to fight or suppress any negative emotion, what we're saying is that we're identifying with it as who we are. And we're also saying that we don't like whatever circumstance we're going through right now. And so we're just fighting. It's just like unnecessary fighting. And then also just go back to some kind of mantra or affirmation that feels good to you. Just have something that you practice, a handful, whatever works for you. Something like, be still, everything's working out for me, or just go back into the center of feeling supported, thanking the universe. I know you're supporting me. I know everything's working out for me. I know this is temporary. I know this is all fleeting. Just have something, a handful of things to get you back to center. And then breathe. The importance of just taking a few minutes when you're having a bad day or a bad moment to breathe is huge. Because what it does is when we start to breathe in and breathe out, it calms the central nervous system. It calms that fight and flight, that survival mode in our brain. The other thing to do is to go to sleep. Why? Sleep literally gives you a reprieve of the day. Because when you go to sleep at night, that's your body repairing itself. And if you go to bed at night with the intention of letting the day go and starting anew, you wake up in the morning thankful and grateful for the new day. Now you're putting the emphasis and your attention and focus on the solution instead of the problem. And focus is what creates more. The universe is all about momentum and giving you more of what you're focusing on. So if you allow the bad day to just be what it is and know that there's information there, it's helping you decide. Every day can't be happy, positive. Just know that that negativity, that negative moment, that bad day is valuable if you let it be. Just intend to know the message after you've done everything else. You calmed yourself down, you've centered yourself with some kind of general affirmation, and then you went to bed at night, okay? So another thing that I think would be really helpful is this quote by Neville. He's talking about how the circumstances and events of our life are just the effect of an inner story and inner assumptions that we agreed to that we didn't even know. And through that negative experience, we're becoming aware. It's a mindset shift, right? It's just looking at life differently. It's looking at our problems and our bad moments differently. Let me read this quote and then we can move on to how more to shift into that circumstances don't really matter. A bad day doesn't have to matter. He says, disregard appearances, conditions, in fact, all evidence of your senses that deny the fulfillment of your desire. Instead, see God in all of it, that your desire is within every condition. Let's sort of like delve into that a little bit. How powerful, if you let it be powerful for you. It's giving me just chills thinking about it. Every problem is giving birth to a solution. He's saying that every circumstance, if you deny the appearance, meaning, that negative charge it's giving us, right? Based upon an assumption that we're assuming in the moment about this scenario. I don't know, maybe it's not enough money in your checking account. Maybe it's your relationship problems. Maybe it's job problems. Maybe it's, a bill that came in that you didn't expect. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Whatever the bad situation is, just know it's there to help you. That within that moment, that negative moment, is a desire that's being born. And if you listen to Neville and his teachings, he's saying in that quote, disregard all evidence of your senses. Deny it. Why? Because the circumstances don't matter. Because that circumstance is just coming up to show you, do I want more of this or not? And this is how we awaken to the higher version of ourselves. We just tweak our perspective. We use these teachings to help. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do with these videos. It's what I'm learning. So then I'm inspired to talk about it just in case it resonates with you. So circumstances don't matter. Use those negative moments. Let yourself crash and burn. Have some kind of mantra or affirmation that soothes you. It's all about self-soothing instead of what we were taught, which was, struggle and criticize yourself and judge yourself. No, that doesn't feel like a happy ending. And Neville Goddard's teachings are all about, in a nutshell, feeling the wish fulfilled and using any circumstance, any negative event, any perceived problem as giving birth to a desire. Because everything in this world, in my mind, is about expansion. And nature expands with resistance. But we, as humans, have free will choice on how we look at anything negative or resistant that comes up. Because we have the power to choose again. So just remember, use every circumstance as an opportunity to ask yourself, what would I prefer? And when you're having a bad day, remind yourself, it's okay. I'm going to crash and burn. Everything's working out for me. I can sleep, I can take a walk, and then ask myself, what is this bad thought or bad moment telling me that I now prefer? So I hope that you got some kind of value out of this video. If you did, please like and share it and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you. Thank you.